At that point in my life, I'm like, I want to do things that I want to do. I still don't think I understood the full weight of how it affected me. It took me like, I would say a month about detoxing from America. My first month, I slept so much.
Wow. You said 200?
200 per bag. The way I see safety is like, I take whatever safety measures I can take and then I can control the rest. Oh, behind the couch.
Okay. I'm blanking right now. All right, guys. So I have a really good interview for you today. We have Jessica here. She's going to talk about how things are going. Been here for a year. Have a nice discussion. Get a real perspective on living in Merida, Mexico. You're here. Why'd you come? Why'd you come to Merida?
I have always wanted to live abroad. So from my first trip here, when I did a study abroad, that was the biggest thing to me. I just did a study abroad for the Spanish credit, and I was like, oh, I get a vacation and I get to go study abroad. But when I got here, I was like, oh my God, I could live in Mexico. So I've kind of held that in for like 20-some years, and I was like, oh, I could always live there. And then, so I've been about a year and a half. So like about, I will say 2 years ago, I was like, no, I could actually move now. I'm at a place in my life where I could actually leave. Nothing's tying me here. And it's time to go. So then I just started watching all the YouTube videos. I could, everybody's YouTube channels. Yeah. Reading as much as I could, looking up as much as I could. And then I decided to do a scouting trip. I was supposed to do one here and one in Querétaro.
Okay, Querétaro, yeah.
But I never made it to Querétaro. I got here and this just felt like home.
A lot of people really Querétaro. My dad was telling me it's a lot cooler there. Yeah. So if you never made it there, I don't know.
I still want to go visit, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be here right now.
It's nice. It's definitely nice. A lot of people leave because of like the American climate. You know, like a lot of people are just not happy with their country and be like, I just want to go. It have anything to do with that, or?
It's a bit of a mix for me. So yeah, there's definitely I've always wanted to move abroad, just and kind of thing. I'm like, at some point in my life, I want to live somewhere else. But there was just something that was like, because I came here, I want to say May of 23. Something just kept saying, be out of the U.S. by 2024. And so I was like, see that. Yeah. I don't at the time, but I'm like, yeah, the political climate definitely is a factor for me.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. It's a lot and it's heavy, and I think that's one of the things of getting outside of the country somewhere else is not realizing how much heaviness that you're carrying around living in the U.S.
Yo, you just went on. That's perfect. And I tell people all the time, when you leave the U.S., you realize, you just feel it kind of like off, like your shoulders come down. You just feel so relaxed. I had a friend in Vietnam. He had told me, he was like, it's okay to smile, and I was like, huh? I'm not smiling. Right. And then I realized I've been scowling this whole time. So you're a therapist.
I am a
therapist. You also are very much aware of like mental states. Yeah, so that might have also probably been like a thing, like being aware and making sure you're taken care of.
Right. Well, I definitely wanted to take care of myself, and I definitely at that point in my life, I'm like, I want to do things that I want to do. I still don't think I understood the full weight of how it affected me until I got here, and it took me like, I would say a month about detoxing from America, because I came here and my first month I slept so much.
Wow.
I did not realize how exhausted I was.
Oh, that makes me. I feel the weight of it. I feel it because I know, like, it's just you're just in it, and
you're
it's
so
normal.
Used to it.
Yeah. It's not normal, you know. And then seeing the people and everybody's happy, and like here they don't go off of the same standard of like money moves everything. You know, it's like they have time for family, they have more vacations. It's like you have more time.
And that's the other thing, is not realizing how much, because in the U.S., working for me normally was always at least 2 jobs, if not more.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So you're working 50 to 60 hours a week. And of course, part of the decision is economic, and like, I don't want to have to do that. But then not doing that also changes you. So I'm like, oh my God, how much of my time? And so now it's like, because I worked in hospitals, I've done online work as well. Hospitals, you do 12-hour shifts. You know what I mean? And that is normal. That is just normal. I don't know that I have the ability to do a 12-hour day anymore. Oh my gosh. I don't think I can get through it.
Where were you doing that? Because you were in Atlanta too, right?
Yeah, I've worked at just about all the hospitals in Atlanta, so like several of them. Dang. But yeah, and that's normal.
That's not normal. 12 hours. Yeah, for America, that is, and it's like I feel like some people work 12-hour shifts, and and then just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Like they're not really even growing, and it's just like, man, your just wheels are just spinning, and it's definitely
12-hour shifts and multiple jobs. Like I don't know anyone in my field. Now I am from the South, so I've done. I was in Georgia since I was 18 years old. Okay. So I went to school there, worked mostly there, because this is different. My profession is different parts of the country. So like if California, New York, therapists probably are a little bit, because the cost and how much they get paid is a little bit different. Yeah. But I don't know a therapist in Georgia that doesn't work 2 jobs.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you would think like that you get to that level and like you just make whatever you know what? No, my aunt's a therapist. And she definitely tells me the work is, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's different. And it's how they value it. So like in a place like, because we talked about that earlier, how they value it is different. So of course how they, respond. In California, it's kind of okay, like to go to therapy. It's a lot more valued. Oh, and the South is not, and so what they put into it and what they're willing to, it's different.
That makes so much sense. Yeah, no, that's terrible. But back to Mexico. The U.S. is rough, definitely rough. So, how was your move to Merida? Was it smooth? Did you take things? Did you take things with you? Did you sell everything? Like, how was that process?
Everything.
Okay.
I sold everything I read. I had moved here. I had 4 suitcases. I'm going to fill up these 4 suitcases, and that is it. Yeah, I sold everything before I left. That process honestly went pretty smoothly. Most of the things like come in here, being able to move, but I planned. So I took about 9 months to really sit and plan and figure out, what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. That's a good amount of time. Yeah. And I tried to set myself up for success, but there's always going to be always going to be the unexpected. You don't know what you don't know.
And we talk about that as a channel. Merry Misadventures. There's always something going on, guys. Right. Always.
So getting here, finding a place to help me, finding a person to help me get an apartment, get through my residency process, all that went fairly smoothly. First apartment, I really thought I wanted this indoor garden that was so beautiful.
Oh yeah, you told me.
But I could not. That's not. I don't have a green thumb, and I can't live with the lizards inside.
Yeah, a lot of people with the lizards. Yeah, they're different. Yeah. I'll put a picture of the lizards so you can see what they look like. And they make that noise too. Yeah, it sounds like
yeah,
it's weird.
At all points in time of the day, it's very loud. The funny thing is, I prefer the big ones to the small ones.
Like the iguanas?
Yeah. So like the place, it was just very lizard heavy. So the little ones were inside. The big ones, the big iguanas were on the outside. Like they would sun themselves on the fence all the time. They never bothered you.
Okay.
Never bothers you. I could walk by them all day. The little ones, they want to be in your personal space. So I'm like, no, I didn't come here for roommates. I really wasn't trying to do that.
We were talking to some clients because we help people moving, and they were like, the critters. Tell me about the critters. I don't know. Do you have roaches? Do you have roach? Okay, we have roaches sometimes. We have lizards sometimes. We don't have iguanas. The birds can get a little aggressive. We got bats sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But if you just have, it's like everyone has like a combination of something,
So the birds, they like to sit out here on the balcony. But they don't bother me, honestly. They really don't. It's the bigger ones. The really big black ones, I don't know what
the really big black ones? Yeah.
But they just chill. If you ain't bothering me, I ain't bothering you. It doesn't bother me at all. Now, what I have seen, not in my apartment, but on the property, are tarantulas.
How big are we talking about?
Big ones.
Like how big are we talking about?
I guess this.
What you mean? I've never seen that. I've never seen that out here.
It's only a certain time of year. Because like I said, I've been here for a full year. It was around November, December this year.
Yo, you said a tarantula that big? A friend of mine told me something. I was like, man, you playing. That a big.
Yeah. So down in that pet area, that's where I see them.
Oh, that little pet park. We might have to go down there. We might have to add that part to the walkthrough because that's wild. I hear about it, but I've never seen a tarantula. Hope I don't. To be honest with you, I don't. I'm cool with spiders, but there's a certain size of spider that I'm not trying to deal with. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, that's wild.
I don't like spiders, but they look so unreal. It's hard for me to register that this is really here. So I'm just let me just get the dog in.
I can't. Yeah. Go. Oh my gosh. My mind. I hope I don't see a spider like that because I don't know how I'm going to respond. I'm not really afraid of insects, but there's just a certain level you just, I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about Mexico.
So this is where we're technically in the jungle.
We are.
It comes with the critters.
We are. I actually, one that's not so scary, but I saw like parrots are out here, like the kind you see on like National Geographic, like green with the like nice like yellow beak. Like you see really majestic animals that you don't see, and it's
in other places.
Yeah, it is nice. So we talk about things going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of issues do you run into with moving here?
With moving, let's see. The biggest one that I was not expecting was literally at the airport. Okay. So, like I said, I moved here with my 4 suitcases. It is more expensive to add extra suitcases just to come to this specific airport for some reason. So they charged me $200 per bag over 2. And I got that at I got my dog, I got everything packed up. I was not expecting that. And I just okay, just got to roll with it and just go.
You said 200?
200 per bag. So I got hit with a $400 charge at the airport. Not in Merida Airport, but because I was going to Merida. So that was at Hartsfield Jackson.
Oh, so specifically coming to
they were
airport.
They said it's more expensive for coming to this airport for some reason. I don't know why. But I have never traveled with that many suitcases again.
That's strange. Yeah, and I say this too, guys. Try and lighten your load. Try and just if you can get rid of it, because you can honestly just get everything here.
You can,
and it won't be as expensive. It's you can just start all over. So definitely making sure you had that much. Was there anything else even when you got here? Was there finding a place? Like you said, you got an Airbnb first.
I did get an Airbnb first so when I was first moving here, I got an Airbnb for about a month with the plan of, okay, I'm going to look for an apartment. The only issue that I had, I don't know if anybody else has had this, but I had I found a different townhouse that I really liked in Cholula, but the owner was really skeptical about renting to a foreigner. And so he asked for a lot of extra stuff. And I work with a real estate agent, and she was like, I've never seen them ask for this much stuff. This is not normal for here. And I'm it feels to me like they're stalling, they don't want to rent to me. So I'm let's just let it go. And then the next place I didn't have that issue. This place I didn't have that issue.
I think you might have just hit a one person, because we did have one person who were hey, we want to rent your place. And then when they found out we had kids, they were nah. But that's okay. Maybe, I understand the kids are going to do something crazy, but why?
I really feel that person, that particular landlord, because it's also different here. The houses are owned by people. You don't have apartment buildings where a company owns it. Yeah, I feel that particular person probably had a bad experience with a foreigner and was not again.
Oh yeah, and it happens. They're you see on Facebook pages sometimes the owners will post don't ever rent to this person. And it's it happens. People come out here with whatever they want to and just dump it on somebody else. So I can understand that. But that's weird. It
was, and my heart was broken. That place was beautiful, but you move on, and I love this place.
Yeah, no, you got a nice place. You definitely got a nice place. We also did a walkthrough. Check out the walkthrough, guys. And Jessica has a YouTube channel.
Yes.
So make sure y'all follow. I will make sure I post it here
at Next Episode Pod.
Next Episode Pod. You have a dog.
I do.
Traveling with a dog. What is that like?
So that is a little challenging, just because my dog is right on the cusp of the weight limit for traveling inside of the airplane.
Interesting.
So he actually had to go on a diet before we came, because you have to be 20 pounds for a lot of airlines, and he was 24.
Oh, okay.
And so that kind of makes me nervous. I had a really just wonderful person who was trying to help me. That same lady who charged me $400 for the bags, she tried her best not to. But the dog was technically, he still didn't make his diet. He was overweight when we got here. She was like, that's okay, I'll just let it pass. So I've been very nervous to take him anywhere. So I end up boarding him because I'm scared. I don't want to get stuck somewhere and they're he can't, or he has to go on the plane, or some flights won't even let you put him on the plane.
That's true, because you will get separated from your baggage, and they will have your dog somewhere completely different, and you somewhere. Yeah,
right.
That's true.
So he's pretty much, since he's gotten to Mexico, he has not left.
He seems pretty content over there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Solo traveling. What's that like? Because a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are completely terrified. I tell people get up, you can do it, and they're like, I'm alone. And I'm there are people who do it, and I think that you probably don't see anything because you actually do it. But is there an issue of safety or meeting people or like what's it like?
No, it's honestly been really good for me.
Okay.
So I don't have an issue with going different places by myself, clearly, because I moved to another country by myself.
Yep.
But
did it.
So safety concerns, the way I see safety is like I take whatever safety measures I can take, and then I can control the rest.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? So like letting people know where I'm going, that kind of stuff. The whole stuff that I still do. I would do in the States. I'm going out to this place. You know what I mean? Here's my location, or what have you. And then I go. I just don't want that to stop me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't had any safety concerns since I've been here. Okay. Not that I can think of now. Building community here has been absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And all the places that we've traveled, here we felt like it makes a big difference.
It does.
You have support. You got people. They're doing stuff constantly. Mm-hmm. You calling people to help you so much. Like the community is awesome. So has it been difficult? Like when you first got here, what were you doing to meet people? Like
I was going to joining all the Facebook groups, expat Facebook groups, going to different events to meet people. And then you just kind of find your crew of people.
Yep.
And then it goes from there. But like I knew when I got here that I was gonna have to push myself. Like I can be a little bit introverted, so I'm like I know I'm gonna have to push myself. So like that after that month of sleep, I then was like, okay, we're going to whatever we can go to.
Right.
We're gonna meet. We're gonna talk to people. But I was trying to be very intentional about it because I know that I can kind of go into hermit mode and just kind of. So I'm like I really pushed myself. I'm glad that I did because people I've met here have been wonderful. Like
That's
I've
good.
gotten sick, people will check on me or try to send me stuff or try to make sure that I'm okay. Same thing as far as safety, same like hey, make sure text me when you get home or that kind of stuff. People check. I've had friends like, okay, where, because I told you I go hermit mode sometimes. So I have friends, okay, I haven't heard from you in 3 days. Where are you? Which makes me, as a single person, feel really good because I think that is the one, like, just like fear in the back of your head, like, oh dang, if something happens to me, who's gonna come? Nobody's coming home. I think that's a fear I had in the States though too.
Yeah.
When you're single, you live alone. That's just like that kind of fear. So, but the people reaching out to say, okay, Jessica, where are you?
That's good.
That feels good.
That is good. I'm glad you found that because it's like people have had. Well, I've talked to people and they have had that like mixed experience. Like if you check out Tremise's interview, you talk about she came to date and that was her experience, and then also interacting with the community from that perspective. She was like, it's a small thing, so if you do find someone you're interested in, they probably also been interested in other people. But it's like if you just want to meet people, it's like the community is very accepting.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
very
one welcoming.
Of the best.
One of the best I've seen.
Oh yeah, I can't even imagine a better experience than I've had here, honestly. I don't know what I expected as far as community. I knew I wanted to make community, but what people have already created here, like the groundwork that had been done before I got here, is amazing.
Yeah.
If you're considering moving abroad, try some different places. Do a little better than I did. I got kind of stuck here, but try some different places. But just don't be afraid. And if for some reason you go someplace and that is not a good fit, try somewhere else. Like I truly believe like certain cities resonate with different people.
Yes.
So like if you get someplace and that particular place doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean living somewhere else doesn't work for you. That means you have to find your place. Be willing to explore and be open and just kind of really consider those things. Also consider how you want to live. You know what I mean? Like the lifestyle, what you want your life to look like. And then try to find a place that fits there.
That's awesome. That makes sense. It's almost like just being more fluid and not having to settle with one particular city or place. Because I remember we went to Bangkok. That was not my city. I walked out and went right back in the hotel. I could barely cross the street.
You get that feel for certain places.
You do. And that makes sense. Like, I think a lot of people feel like they have to go. For instance, like we went to Bali and everybody was like, Bali's the best place. And we went, we didn't like it. And we were like, something's wrong with us. And it's like, no, it's just not our place. Not a good fit. So yeah, we had to bounce around to all these other places. And so were there any other places you were thinking about going other than Mexico? Like was Asia on the table?
No, it was definitely Mexico. It was which city in Mexico?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you already had in your mind, I could live in Mexico.
Yeah.
Not necessarily live outside the U.S., but just here.
Yeah. I would have been, I didn't really consider any other places. I mean, now I would if I change my mind in a few years, I definitely would be open to someplace else. But yeah, Mexico was kind of my focus.
I feel you. Is there anything you have in mind? Anything you would think about? Europe or?
I don't feel like Europe is a good fit for me. I think right now I want to keep Merida as like home base, and I just want to explore just travel wise. Yes. So I do want to go to Thailand. I do want to go to some, different places in Asia just because I've never been, and I want to explore. I would love to go to some different places in Africa, different countries there, and explore, and certainly in South America.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
I think Africa for me is like I want to set time to see the continent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to live there. I don't want I'm going to Ghana and then I'm coming back. It's like I want to go to Ghana, I want to go to Tanzania, I want to go to Madagascar, I want to go to South Africa, I want to go to Libya, I want to go like all over. I want to see it. So I think maybe like a couple year span trying to do that. But all right guys, so that's the interview. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, comment, like, subscribe. If you don't, comment, dislike, and still subscribe. But also remember, check out the channel.
Next episode pod.
All right. Y'all have a nice day.
Bye.